What's up, guys? It's Lo0nytnt here. So today we're gonna get a podcast style video where I'm gonna be talking to you guys for a while. I've been requested to do a podcast video for a long time to have guests come in and me talk with my friends that are older RuneScape players, talk to my brother, which is an older RuneScape player that bought it a lot, and because he did, and to kind of see their reaction on the newer style of RuneScape. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this video a test and see if you guys enjoy something like this. So if you guys do like something like this, make sure you guys give it a like. Make sure you watch the video to see if you like it. The video schedule of this week has kind of been messed up a little bit, and this podcast video will not take a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday slot. It actually will be another video, probably on a Saturday or a Sunday, depending on if I have time. On a Saturday, it will be on a Saturday. If I don't, there's a yawn. And it will be on a Sunday. So you guys might hear a few yawns this podcast. I just got up a little bit ago. I was on RuneScape a little bit later than I should have. And I have to get up early because that's just the way life is. So, let's go ahead and get into this little podcast. For updates for this week, Monday I did a Monday I did not do a 70,000 loot video. I actually did a 70,000 loot video on a Tuesday rather than a Wednesday video, so hopefully that didn't screw a lot of you guys up. Friday's video will be the same. I am actually chasing the 120 cape right now for defense, and I should be able to achieve that. So that's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start talking about some subjects. The first thing I really wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about the Elf City. The Elf City I have not been to. Surprisingly, I have not went there, and I have not been able to explore there. I'm busy doing other things. But from everything that I've been watching and hearing about it, it sounds like they did a really good job. But the thing that I wanted to talk about that was the most interesting to me was it's different, and it gives a lot of XP, but not as much XP as you would think. They did a lot more AFKing in the Elf City than they did big giant XP boosting type of deals, like they do the new corrupt ore, and they did the new thieving and so on. What I think is interesting is in any other video game, most other video games, they have a thing that's called in-game content. And RuneScape also has in-game content, correct? But for such a long time, anytime there was an update to a skill, anytime there was a new item released that made another item drop, people got so upset. And it's so interesting to see, because I thought the same thing when I heard, oh, what? So, thieving, this is the new way to thieve, and you can't thieve the other way? Alright, well, that sucks. Why would it suck when you got an alternate training method, and it's not even better than the best training method, but it's AFK? It's interesting to me that I thought that way. I saw these yew logs that were those trees, and I'm like, awesome, there's another place to sit there and mine a tree. Does it really matter? You know, and so that's where I'm catching myself, and because I never understood why a lot of people would get mad about this stuff, but I caught myself getting mad about this. And what I come to conclusion of is in any game, there's growth. When that growth happens, there's always items that are going to be inferior. If an item is inferior, the price is going to drop. So yeah, you might pay $600 for your iPhone 3 or whatever it was. And now there's an iPhone 6. You're not going to spend that much money for an iPhone 3 again because it's junk. It's not going to work as good. Things that worked on it aren't as popular anymore. The software is not as good. So with any of these items, let's say there's a is it the let's say what is it, a crystal pickaxe or whatever. I believe you need the regular dragon pickaxe to make it anyway, so they're trying to compensate for that. But the dragon pickaxe should be almost obsolete where let's say that you didn't need it. This is just theory. The dragon pickaxe should be junk compared to the new crystal pickaxe. So those little dwarfs should have been, what, a 2 mil drop now rather than what it is now, if in theory, if you didn't need the pickaxe to make it. But it's so interesting to see. And I love the fact that we've had dragon hatchets and dragon pickaxes for such a long time, because dragon really isn't worth anything anymore. Dragon used to be the top dog. Now you got armors like Torva kills, just Torva destroys it. And so does a lot of other armors. You got Barrow's armor and all the other great armors they have out there. It completely kills it. But it's interesting to me to see some of these even weapons being so expensive, like the Ascension crossbows. They're so much more. They're still so expensive, and we have the new 90 tier bow out. Now the new 90 tier bow can be argued that it's not as good as the Ascension crossbows, because the Ascension crossbows are dual wielding. But it's so funny to see that people are trying to hang on to these items that they have, and they don't want them to drop. Just like the seismic wands, how people are like, man, they're dropping again. This sucks. It sucks that you had to put that money out in the beginning to buy it. But I think what sucks the most is people see they're losing money off it. And I've been there and I've done that, and I'm like, man, this sucks. But I think what would stop a lot of that, and I do not want to see this in RuneScape, but in other games they have items which are they call it like let's say a very generic version of it. What could that be in a game? World of Warcraft, very generic. Bound when picked up. So an item when bound when picked up, when you kill a monster and you get this super rare sword of justice or whatever it's called, this item is now bound when picked up. You cannot trade that item ever. That is your item forever. But it's such a powerful weapon that is very worth getting. A lot of people like the items that you can trade and sell and trade and sell. And that's a great function I believe RuneScape needs to keep. I love that function and I enjoy it because that's how you make your money. There's other items called bound when equipped. Now that would be a very interesting concept for RuneScape, because if I go and I kill this epic legendary monster of doom, Queen Black Dragon Baby or something like that, and it drops the spear of the Dragon Med, something exotic, something sexy, something so amazing and hard to get, but you can sell the item, and someone could buy the item, and they can use it. Because it's very interesting to me that someone that does not boss at all can have the best gear in the entire game. It's very interesting to me like that. Because when you look at other games reward success on rating, PvP, PvM, PvE, whatever they want to call it. They grant you the ability to get this rare armor, this gear set, this whatever they want to call it, that is stronger than anything that you can achieve in lower level content. Like, I can smith you full rune, and I can give you full rune. Is that going to be what you're going to have for the rest of your playtime? Probably not. I've never done Armadale, and I have a full set of Armadale. Does that really make sense? In a way it does, but in a way it doesn't. Because, these, let's think about it in real life for RuneScape. Let's say I go and I mine this ore up in the mountains somewhere. This rare ore, and I mine it. Well, I have the opportunity to bring this ore back and sell it and disperse it. That doesn't mean you had to go up there and buy it. So it does make sense. But how much change, how much would it be different if there was a new boss implemented and it was the best armor in the game and you physically had to fight that monster to achieve that gear? I think that would change people's theories on the gear. It would probably make it, well, that gear actually really sucks compared to Torva, because Torva I can buy from the GE, and that armor you can't. So it would be very interesting. Like if this armor, every swing healed you 50% of what you dealt if you had a set of 4 or something. Yeah, that gear would be OP, but if it was that good, would it be worth getting? If this monster was just, the hardest boss ever, and out of 10 tries you only kill it once, would it be worth getting? And you couldn't sell the armor, so it wouldn't be worth getting for money. It would just be getting worth yourself. So that's kind of an interesting subject and something to think about. Got off topic here, talking about Elf City and in-game content and all this other stuff. But let's go ahead and talk about the treasure hunter a little bit. I'm kind of talking about the things that are, when you log in, you have those, all your stuff. I'm not going to talk about the yawns, the elven riches or whatever, because I haven't checked that out. But we're going to talk about treasure hunter a little bit. And School of Fortunes was always talked about as a negative thing, and I don't think there was ever really a positive thing about it. The only thing that I could see positive about it is you get bonus XP, I guess, but is that really positive? Because I've been watching a lot of high-ranked players for a long time on the high scores, seeing what they're doing, how much XP they're gaining. How much of that, because this was an interesting subject that I saw. You look at Zezima, the first to 5 billion XP. One of the only people to get 5 billion XP for such a long time. If bonus XP and the School of Fortune and the Treasure Hunter and all these other items that gave you double XP for everything, if those didn't exist, how many people would have 5.2 million XP today? Because Zezima played through Zezima. Why did I say Zezima? Xiaomi. Why did Zezima? This is a podcast. This is not edited out. You guys will get it as it is. Zezima was another legendary player that I was going to talk about. But Xiaomi was the first to get that, and he did a lot of it the hard way. I think RuneScape players are spoiled currently, and I don't think anybody would have 5.2 billion XP right now if it wasn't for all the implements and all the bonus XP. I think they'd get it eventually, but I don't think they'd have it currently, is what I'm trying to say. Let's talk about Zezima, the one that I was going to talk about in the beginning. Zezima is one of those players that did all the hardcore stuff back in the day. He was the first to get all 99s. That is incredible to me. That is an achievement. All 99s today is a giant achievement. If you get it, I will say grats. If I get it, I will be happy. But does it mean the same with the Treasure Hunter and School of Fortune, all that other stuff? Does it mean the same? Because if I look at my skills right now, I've been putting all my little star XP double things to herbalism. And what I've been getting was I have like over almost 300,000 bonus XP. That's a lot of XP that's just given out for free. 300 XP in 07. You guys probably like that, wouldn't you? Oh yeah, you guys would. You guys be like, I want it now. But in RS3, 300,000 XP is not that much. You look at magic or defense or combat in general. The XP rates are so outrageous that it's kind of pointless to get. Like, I'm going to be excited when I get my 120 cape, but I have no feeling of accomplishment at all. I have 100 million XP and defense. I have no feeling of accomplishment at all. You guys watched that video? Oh, I got 100 mil. I didn't throw a party. I didn't have nothing because it wasn't a giant accomplishment. My range, I got 90. I have probably over 20 million range XP right now, and 5 weeks ago I was level 81. 81. I didn't feel a sense of accomplishment. I feel the treasure hunter has done more damage to the game than it's done good. Now, I'm sure Jagex can argue with you that if there wasn't for treasure hunter, we wouldn't have a RuneScape because so many players quit when they implemented RS3 and EOC that we couldn't stay afloat without all the treasure hunter sales. Because if anybody has a accurate graph on how much treasure hunter and bonds make compared to membership fees, I would love to read it, because I think treasure hunter and bonds make more money than membership fees a month. That probably tells you something right there. If your membership fees aren't paying the bills, it's because your game is lacking in a certain area. Like I said, I think RuneScape's pretty good at the moment. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. But there's a problem there. Now, if Treasure Hunter was taken out, I think a lot of people would be upset. Because I think we all got accustomed to our 2 free spins a day, or 2 keys a day, where we can get we could get a lucky item, we can get this, we can get that. It's pretty nice to get, correct? I don't see a problem with it. But if it was suddenly taken out, man, there would be an uproar. People would be upset. How many of you guys would be upset if your keys were taken away every month? A lot of you guys. You guys would be like, this sucks. I would be too. I'd be like, well, you guys gave it to us for such a long time. I got 2 free spins every day. Where are my spins, or where are my keys? I want my keys. But that being said, guys, this was a little podcast. This was a very short taste of a podcast, because if I ever did a podcast, it'd have to be at least an hour to 2 hours long. So you guys get an hour of 2 hours to play RuneScape, listen to me talk, do whatever. Hopefully you guys listen to the whole thing and kind of got a taste of me talking. It's not going to just be me talking. I'd have to have someone else combined with me every other week or something, because I can talk for hours, but I think it'd be more interesting with someone else. So if you guys enjoyed this little video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. We hit over 3,000 subscribers this week. Team TNT for the win. Hashtag Lo0nytnt. Hashtag bananas. You know, it's actually funny, the hashtag symbol. I won't get into it, but it's the pound symbol. You guys remember your phones, your regular phones? It was the pound symbol. You have the star and the pound. Star 69, you remember that? And pound nothing. I don't know what you ever use pound for. But it's pretty interesting where the world has come. But yeah, I'm going to end the video. Like always, anything goes good with the Dragon Med. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and a share. I don't think anybody's ever shared my stuff on Reddit. So if you guys have a Reddit account, feel free to share it on Reddit. If you guys do share any of my videos on Reddit, just make sure you guys put it on a category as Lo0nytnt, you know, or not Lo0nytnt, RuneScape. Just put RuneScape, because if you guys get some, I I don't know how Reddit works. If you guys want to share my stuff to get, like, maybe you guys, I don't know if it helps you guys on Reddit or not. But if you guys, if it does, feel free to share my videos because it does help me a lot. And if it helps you, go for it. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow because I will be putting my Friday video out. So this one's going to be out on Thursday. Give you guys something to watch. And the last 2 minutes was just me rambling that made no sense. So I'll talk to you guys later.